Hello, my name is Noriznan Izzani bin AZHAR from AM1104C. Our group will present about the country of Cambodia. Um, I will present about background of Cambodia. Um, Cambodia have their own form of government, which is a constitutional government. Their capital is in Phnom Penh. This country became independent in 1953, 4 years before Malaysia became independent. Their Independence Day falls on 9th November. This country is now headed by King Norodom Sihamoni, while their head of government is Prime Minister Hun Sen. In addition, they have the head of National Council, which is Prince Norodom Ranaric. Their official religion of their country is Buddhism, and their national language is Khmer. And their country song is titled No Korek. The state of Cambodia is derived from the People's Republic of Cambodia, which was founded in 1979. After the state founded by Pol Pot and his Khmer Reds called the Democratic Republic of Kampuchea was defeated. In the UN, Cambodia or Kampuchea remains represented by the democratic regime of Cambodia to rely on a more sympathetic international community in the People's Republic of Cambodia in 1890. The country changed its name to the State of Cambodia, and in 1991, the country communist government structure was abolished. On 15 March 1992, the country came to an end when the Cambodian government was taken over by the UN transitional government in Cambodia. Cambodia is the second smallest country in Southeast Asia with a population of about 10 million people. The majority of other countries in Southeast Asia have much larger population than Cambodia. Cambodia's culture is heavily influenced by Theravada Buddhism. Among them is the construction of Angkor Wat. Cambodia also has other cultural attractions such as the Bon Om Tube Festival, a national boat racing festival that held every November. Cambodians also love football. Cambodian dance is divided into 3 categories, which is Khmer classical dance, folk dance, and social dance. In 2011, per capita income in Cambodia was around $470 to $1,040. Per capita income in Cambodia continues to increase, but it is included low compared to other surrounding countries. People are mostly dependent on agriculture and some other sectors. Rice, fish, timber, textiles, and rubber are Cambodia's main export. That's all from me about background of Cambodia. We will go to my another teammate, HASIF. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cik Muhammad Asif bin Cik BURHAN from class D1AM1104C, and today I'm gonna speak about my part, which my part is about the politics in Cambodia. So the politics in Cambodia were known as the framework of a constitutional monarchy, which is the head of state is led by the by monarch, and head of the government is led by prime minister. So a little definition is about the kingdom formally take place according to the nation constitution, which is a framework of a parliamentary representative democracy. And for politics in Cambodia, the power that exercised by the government is using the executive power. And in the politics of Cambodia, there are two chambers, which is the first one is about the National Assembly, and the second one is about Senate. So that's about a little definition. Here we go to the main point of the politics in Cambodia. The first main point that I would like to say is about the incompetence and venality of most of Cambodia's political class has been an unfortunate constant. This point is said because in the politics of Cambodia, what appears to be going on the surface is often very different from what is going on in reality behind the scenes, and what goes on behind the scenes is often orchestrated, controlled, and manipulated by Prime Minister Hun Sen. So we go to the another point, which is we had one analysis of the political analysis said that Cambodia is a very conservative country. It is mean in political war in Cambodia has been already been turned on its heads and upside down. Former communists and capitalists and royalists are populists. To the other points that I would like to say is about the politicians rival in the Cambodia politics have a deep loathing for one another, which is a name where force and fancy trump the form structure of the government and the written rule of the game. This is because Cambodians people like to say the law is on the mouth. So for the last point is about the incident that happened in the political Cambodian is about the civil society began taking hold, which is including a number of special interest group, and this involve in human rights, environment, women's rights, legal affair, and land issue, which is that began to force those in powers to watch their steps. So for the last point, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mama Daniel bin SUIHIMI. I will talk about the economy and social in Cambodia. There are three primary sectors that contributed to increase Cambodia economy, and they are garment exporting, agriculture, and tourism. Cambodia has sustained an impressive GDP growth rate in a decade between 2007 until 2017, and this is quite well for a small country like them. They also attained a lower middle income in 2015. Cambodia also developed in social development. They succeed to decrease the percentage of people who live in absolute poverty from 53% to 21%. This thing happened in 2004 until 2011. On the education side, they are growing well too. They own 14,189 private and state school from kindergarten to university levels. This is quite well for a country like them. That's all from me. Thank you.